So children, let us just have a brief recap. The first, what is a tissue? It is a group of cells, similar or dissimilar cells that are assigned a specific function to perform, and which also take up a specific function, isn't it? So now when we were learning, we learned about two types of tissues under plants and animals. Again, just a brief recap. Plants, they are divided into meristematic, permanent. So you can see now the differences being enlisted. They are dividing cells and these are non-dividing cells. Meristematic deal with the growth, permanent tissues deal with the physiological functions and protective and supportive functions. Then these are the types of meristematic tissues. Okay, so apical, intercalary and lateral. So apical, vertical growth, intercalary for new leaves and nodes, and this intercalary only later on takes up the role of permanent tissue. Similarly, lateral, which helps in the increase in the diameter of the plant body. Then again, the permanent, further classified as simple and permanent. Simple, the name itself suggests, same kind of cells, and complex, different types of cells, but performing the same function. Again, based on their functions, these permanent tissues are again divided into three categories. If you can recall, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Then this parenchyma is further categorized into four types. The chlorenchyma performs photosynthesis. Erenchyma helps in storage of air, thereby helping the plants to float on the surface, aquatic plants. Then storage are of two categories, one storing water and the other storing food. So water storage, very prominent in the desert plants. Food storage, those are modified roots and stems which store food in the form of starch. Then see, these are the four main categories of parenchyma, children. So here it displays the location and their function. Okay. Then coming to the three types of simple tissues, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. And we know that parenchyma and collenchyma are living, sclerenchyma is a dead. And why it is dead? Yes, it does not contain any cytoplasm. And then parenchyma is responsible for our photosynthetic function and so providing storage function. Collenchyma and sclerenchyma are responsible for providing support. Both collenchyma and sclerenchyma deal with support, but collenchyma are the living cells, sclerenchyma are the dead cells. So here these are the major differences between the three simple tissues. So their cell wall of parenchyma is made, the pink represents parenchyma, the green represents collenchyma, and the yellow represents sclerenchyma. So you can just see the differences. Cellulose, cell wall composition, they are pectin, chlorenchyma, and sclerenchyma is of lignin. Then yes, as we have discussed earlier, both parenchyma and collenchyma are living, but sclerenchyma is a non-living. So since they are non-living, they are very thick and they are covered with lignified walls. Now coming to complex, xylem and phloem. Xylem has four cell types of cells, of which only one is a living cell. I hope you could identify it. Yes, that is xylem parenchyma. In case of phloem, all are living but one is dead, and I hope that also you are able to identify fiber. So observe now, children, both xylem and phloem, something is common. Yes, parenchyma and fiber are common for both xylem and phloem. So these are the structures of xylem and phloem. So where xylem, tracheids and vessels help in the transportation. In case of phloem, sieve tubes and companion cells are responsible. Sieve tubes are responsible for transportation, whereas rest all are meant for supportive and protection. So major differences. So xylem, movement of water, hence it is called as transportation. Here movement of food, hence it is called as translocation. Unidirectional, from roots to leaves. Bidirectional, from leaves to any part of the plant body. Okay, then apart from these major tissues, we also have some more protective tissues, okay, like the epidermis, okay, which is acting like a protective covering found in both leaves, stem and as well as root. But And what is their function? They are responsible for protection, absorption of increasing the absorption of water in roots, and help in regulating the loss of water, and also regulating the exchange of gases. Then next, these are stomata. Where are they found? They are found on the surface, on the up on the single layer epidermal surface of leaves, and in some cases modified stems as well. So these stomata responsible for what? Yes, they are responsible for two major functions: one, exchange of gases, and the other is transpiration. Then this is what? Bark. And if you can remember, bark is a dead, thick covering of the plant, which helps the plant to protect from the external agents, maybe parasites or maybe predators. So children, this is about the various types of plant tissues, and I hope you have followed this quick recap.